Well, yeah, if you don't know, Matt Hughes about 2 years ago, maybe even more at this point, was I guess his truck got stuck on train tracks and he was struck by a train, and it's been a long road to recovery. Coming back, and we've seen him a few times on video, and he really physically messed up, and I think at this point he's almost back to normal in terms of the way that he talks, but it's been a pretty tough thing for Matt Hughes and his family and that whole camp. And then Covington just beat the guy handily, just beat Robbie Lawler, just completely unnecessary. Moving on, at this point you should be focusing on Kamaru. You should be, in victory you have to have a little bit of class. In the moment where you won the fight already, just take the moment to move on. Even if you don't like the guy, just be like, cool, good job, who cares? But to sort of take the shot at Matt Hughes, and look, I'm a dirty comic. I say fucked up shit all the time, okay? But I'm a comic. That's my job. My job is to say fucked up things and look for funny things to say. His job is to win fights and get people interested in fights. It was such an unnecessary shot, and I don't know where it comes from. It's not like, if he is that person, he's just a fucking dickhead. If he's not, he missed the mark there, in my opinion, and I just feel like it was sort of an unnecessary thing.
Yeah, well, if we look here, just bring that back on there, Harrington O'Brien, because Matt Hughes, obviously the guy in question here, his response was, because I was the same as you, Lewis. I was very, very pissed off when I saw it, but Matt Hughes came out and he said, not sure if Covington should use my accident as fuel for his post-fight trash talk. But that was one heck of a fight. Nice win for American top team, and Ruthless always puts on a good fight. Reminder, though, this is the fighting world. People talk trash, and you got to have thick skin. Okay. And, to be honest, I respect Matt Hughes for that. I've had the pleasure of being in the company of Matt Hughes a couple of times since his accident, and I've seen firsthand, the poor guy, and I'm sure he doesn't want my sympathy, and he doesn't want the world's sympathy. He's a fighter, and he's going through some things. He's going through some personal troubles as well. But you can't help but think that the personal troubles, and if you Google them, he's having problems with his wife and family members. I mean, that's all got to put. I'm not making excuses, but there's a good possibility that that's all linked to the accident and mental health afterwards, and struggling with what's going on and his physicalities and things. Because I've seen him, and he doesn't talk well, he doesn't move well, he doesn't walk well. Now, maybe he's got a lot better since last time I saw him, but I was kind of struck when I saw him. I was like, wow, fuck, man, this poor guy. And let's remember, he was one of the guys that built this sport. Now, whether you're a fan of him or not, you got to respect the body of work that he had, that he put in. Guys like Matt Hughes, Tito Ortiz, all the early guys that built this sport, we got to tip our hat to them and have a little bit of respect for them. And when somebody's been in a near-death accident like that, to use that as fuel, I don't know. I mean, Matt Hughes isn't bothered. It happened to him, so he's got to have a unique perspective, and words don't bother him. And he is right. This is the fight game, and we are going to try and beat each other up, and people do need to have thick skin. That said, I still don't think that was right. I mean, I've said things that aren't correct as well. I've definitely put my foot in it, but I don't know. I didn't like that. I wasn't a fan of that, if I'm honest.
Yeah, I agree. And look, and I've said I like what Colby does. Even if he misses the mark, even if it's a little bit cringy, I appreciate the attempt. I just, you're dealing with a guy who, legitimately did almost die. And it's just, if he said it leading up to the fight, I would have less of a problem with it. I would have, it would still be a little bit too far, but leading up to the fight, I'd go like, he's trying to fucking get him to be emotional. He's trying to go that far. It's like when Chael said he was going to smack Anderson Silva's wife on the ass and have her make a mistake. It's like some people are like, dude, you can't bring families into it. You can't go. It's like, I was like, he's trying to get him mad. He's trying to get him emotional. It's just shit talking.
I didn't mind when Chael said he was going to slap Anderson's wife on the butt. That didn't bother me. I tell you what I didn't mind was when he said something about Jenna Jameson.
Oh, yeah. What did he say?
Conference. Oh, he said something, I don't know. She's been using her mouth to make a living her whole career or something like that. Oof. It was bad. It was bad. And then Tito said, look at you. And Chael goes, see, well, I'm a bad guy. I say bad shit. But here's what I think happened there, right? Prior to the fight happening, he came up with his thought. He came up with that line in his mind, and he thought, "Shit, that's a great fucking line." So
I should have said
it. That at the post. No, that's what happened. He thought of this line and thought, "I'm going to say it," because when I fought Matt Hamill, I thought in my mind I was going to wipe the floor with him, right? And in my mind, I said, "I'm going to say, hey, who's the real winner of the Ultimate Fighter? The same one it's always fucking been. Back to wrestling, right? But the fight didn't go down quite. Oh yeah, Chael Sonnen. The only person that has made money from using their mouth is Tito's ex-wife.
Jesus.
Yeah. Jesus Christ, Chael. Fucking hell.
But when you marry a porn star, you almost like that has to be. It comes with the territory. Minimum, like you're going, all right, people are going to make those comments. People are going to watch my wife fuck other men. It's like you have to have a thick skin. You can't even go into it sort of with that attitude. So I'm sure it didn't really bother Tito. He just got to, it's almost like what Matt Hughes did, which is he got to take the high ground and look better. Tito was like, all right, you didn't have to go there. And Tito looked more professional in that moment, which is rare for Tito, right? Tito's usually the guy making off-color comments. And the same thing with Matt Hughes. Matt Hughes might have been bothered by it, but he had a moment. He had an hour to reflect. He goes, let me make a statement. Cool. I'm going to act like it didn't bother me. And now everyone goes, look, Matt Hughes is the fucking man. That's awesome. Even though he might be livid and punching a hole in his wife's head. Who knows what he's doing? I have no idea.
Yeah, no, for sure. I mean, I hope he's not punching a wall in his wife's head. I mean, that would be bad. But no, I was going to say, so on the Ultimate, so Matt Hamill, I thought I was going to walk through him and then I was going to say, hey, who's the real winner of the Ultimate Fighter? You know, but the fight didn't go down like that. And it was a very, very tough fight and it was a close fight and it was a split decision win. You know what I mean? That a lot of people thought I should have lost, but a lot of people thought I should have won. It was one of those fights. So I should have said, wow, fuck. Man, that was tough. He's really, really good. And he kicked my ass and I was lucky to get that decision. But no, I didn't because in my mind, I had this line that I was already going to say. So I said, yeah, who's the real winner of the Ultimate Fighter? Same one it always was, right? And everyone was like, woo, no humility. No, he's just not humble at all. This guy's an asshole. But I had it in my head that I was going to say that. And I'm sure Covington probably thought of that beforehand. And one of his sycophants laughed and went, yeah, one of these 3 prostitutes that he pays to hang out with him was like, yeah, that's a great line, Colby. Say it at the post-fight press conference. So he did, and he said it, and he got a reaction. But I'll tell you what, you know, there's no such thing as bad press. We're talking about it right now. Does it make him... does he look like the nicest person in the world? Someone that you might want to invite over for dinner? No. But I'm telling you, it's hyping that fight. It's building his star. It really is. We're talking about him right now.